Curiosity is the strongest of human emotions. For millennia, humanity has been exploring, seeking out new worlds, new cultures. We built cities in these new worlds, expanded our countries and homelands on these foreign shores. Sometimes, however, for reasons science has yet to discover, some of these cities go missing and become legends.
Well, as a young boy, I was always interested in Greek, Roman mythology. I liked the idea of ancient civilizations like the Aztec and the Mayans. But the lost cities, the love for them really stemmed from when I was a bit older, actually. It started with the game Uncharted for the PlayStation 3, in which he actually goes to find the city of El Dorado, and I just fell in love with the myth. I started doing research into it, started looking into it to find out more about it. So obviously the game didn't really tell you that much, it was just for your entertainment, but I wanted more of the facts and to get to know the story of the legend of El Dorado. El Dorado's one I'm most interested in. My top 3 must have been El Dorado, Shangri-La and the Atlantis of the Sands, or the Realm of the Pillars. El Dorado hasn't been discovered. It's had many expeditions by famous adventurers such as Fawcett, but it's never been discovered. I like the idea of I could one day be the person to find this. Well, I guess if I had to think about what makes the mystery appeal to me, I'd probably have to go back to when I was a kid. I was always into puzzles and mysteries, and the idea of legends and stuff has just sort of stuck with me. I love discoveries, I love exploring, and I think mysteries such as Lost Cities is just such a good way to inspire people to go exploring. Well, as I mentioned before, Percy Fawcett was a famous adventurer. He was a famous British adventurer, and he nicknamed El Dorado the Lost City of Z. And he did many expeditions to actually try and find this lost city of Z, but never ended up finding it. And on his last expedition, he never actually came back. But that's kind of what inspired me to want to look for it, as this fabled adventurer has done multiple expeditions with the same goal, but he just disappeared. No one's ever been able to find his body or anything. I think personally that there's a very high possibility that he found it, and that's why he hasn't come back, and that's why no one can find his body. If I was to plan to find El Dorado, I'd probably start by retracing Fawcett's steps. I know there's been other adventures, but I still believe his was probably one of the most accurate and best expeditions that there was. So yeah, I'd retrace his steps into the Amazon rainforest. I'd spend a few years trying to learn the language of the native tribes, so if I ran into them I could ask them if they'd seen anything suspicious in the area. If I was to find El Dorado, I'd be ecstatic, really. Definitely my childhood dream to find El Dorado, or any lost city, or discover any mystery. It's just the joy of finding it and then being able to show it to the world. Just let them see what I've found.
Over the mountains of the moon, down the valley of the shadow, ride, boldly ride, if you seek for El Dorado.